You know, they say life finds a way. Yeah, life finds a way, all right. A way to separate you from your hard earned money by showing you the same movie you've seen 6 times already. Welcome to another episode of Hollywood Has No Original Ideas, and we keep paying for it anyway. Stick around because today we're talking about how a movie about theme park dinosaurs just made more money in one weekend than some countries' GDP. While actually good films get ignored harder than Kevin Feige's voicemails in 2025. What's up, you beautiful geeks and nerds and movie buffs? Welcome back to the Critical Nerd Channel. I'm your humble host, Chris. And this is where I break down the box office in a way that makes you lose faith in humanity faster than sitting through a Disney shareholders meeting. Before I dig into this weekend's cinematic faceplant, I want to give a huge shout out to my incredible community of 30,000 plus subscribers. You beautiful cynical nerds help keep this channel alive with every like, comment, and snarky reply. That all fuels my ability to keep roasting Hollywood's finest corporate disasters. And if you're new here, welcome to the madness. You stumbled into the corner of YouTube where I call out bad storytelling, mid-tier blockbusters, and the industrial reboot complex with honest opinions instead of the sanitized studio PR. Now, let's dive into the 4th of July weekend that once again proved that Americans will watch anything with CGI dinosaurs, even if it's dressed up like the same movie they fell asleep watching last year. So grab your popcorn, let's talk about how Jurassic World Rebirth trampled the box office like a T-Rex through a gift shop, while genuinely good films got ignored harder than a Marvel exec's conscience. So, Jurassic World Rebirth opened huge this past weekend to $147 million domestically. That was a 5-day cumulative total, with a worldwide haul of $318 million. Congratulations, humanity. We did it. We collectively decided that what the world really needed right now was yet another movie about genetically modified dinosaurs rampaging through theme parks. Because apparently, we have the cultural memory of a concussed goldfish. Now, I'm not saying the movie is bad. Well, actually, no. I am saying that. But that's not the point. The point is this opening proves that audiences will show up for the same recycled plot again and again, as long as you sprinkle in some shiny new dino designs and a celebrity who's contractually obligated to scream before getting eaten. This one's already being compared to Jurassic World Dominion, which opened to $319 million worldwide back in 2022. Oh, as a side note, that was a 3-day total, not 5. So yeah, same numbers, same IP, same lack of originality. Universal has basically turned this franchise into a McMovie formula. 1 part nostalgia, 2 parts over-designed CGI, a pinch of family melodrama nobody asked for, stir, nuke for a couple hours, and serve to a crowd that hasn't figured out the stove is still hot. Meanwhile, F1 the movie dropped down to 2nd place with just $26 million this past weekend. Its worldwide total is now $293 million. And now we arrive at the part of the show I like to call, why do we even bother? Because F1 is that rare unicorn, a well-directed, well-acted, beautifully shot original story. No capes, no dinosaurs, no multiverse. Just a great film made by people who actually seem to care about, filmmaking. So naturally, it gets absolutely obliterated by prehistoric IP slop. Because apparently, American audiences would rather watch the same Jurassic Park plot beats for the 7th time than support something new and interesting. F1 dropped 54% in its 2nd weekend, which is, to me, heartbreaking. And before you jump into the comments with, racing isn't for everyone, neither is watching tourists getting eaten by dinosaurs every 3 years, but yeah, here we are. Number 3, How to Train Your Dragon brings in $11 million with a global total of $516 million. Because nothing says cinematic excellence like photoreal dragons that look like they were rendered in a PS4 cutscene. Number 4, Elio. Elio's still hanging around with 5.7 million and 96 million worldwide. This is also known as the Pixar equivalent of a pity party. Rumor has it Disney dumped this thing just to mess with DreamWorks' release schedule because, in 2025, even Petty Sabotage has a theatrical release. And in 5th place, we have 28 years later with 4.6 million and 125 million worldwide. Sounds okay. That is until you realize it cost up to 80 million and was directed by Danny Boyle, who's now doing hard time in director's jail. Right next to Jason Blum and the team behind Megan 2, Electric Cringealoo. So what's all this mean? Well, this is the part where I pretend this isn't depressing. The takeaway here, well, we're stuck in a loop. The studio saw what Jurassic World Rebirth made, that 318 million, in one weekend, and immediately screamed, "Greenlight 3 sequels and a streaming spin-off." Meanwhile, F1, an original, beautifully crafted film, is gasping for air because it doesn't have a toy line or a fast food promo deal. Studios don't care about good movies. They care about what prints money faster than a dinosaur-themed slot machine. Universal spent $180 million making Rebirth. They'll make that back in their sleep, which means the franchise, like the dinos it features, will keep stomping forward, loud, bloated, and incapable of actual evolution. Now, looking ahead to this coming weekend, Superman is flying into theaters, and the early reviews are not exactly glowing. Some projections have it opening as low as $100 million, which for Superman is basically a soft reboot of disappointment. James Gunn says it's about politics, kindness, and immigration. That's sweet. Now make it watchable. In the meantime, if you'd rather hide under your blanket and stream your feelings, here's what else is dropping this weekend. On Netflix, we got Medea's Destination Wedding, for when you need a background noise for your existential dread. Over on Max, Opus from A24. Pure art house melancholy for steelbook collectors. Hulu in Lost Lands, now actually releasing after last week's oopsie. Disney Plus and Hulu, we got Jaws at 50. A real blockbuster reminder for when Spielberg still gave us nightmares. Over on Peacock, we have Drop. Criminally underrated. Apple TV Plus, we have Foundation Season 3 for fans of confusing sci-fi with great production design. For those of you that like Westworld Season 1. Over Paramount Plus, we got Dexter Resurrection because nothing stays dead when IP is involved. So here's some final thoughts. I get it. Sometimes you just want to turn your brain off and watch a T-Rex eat someone. It's great. Escapism is fine. But when we consistently reward lazy storytelling while ignoring original meaningful cinema, we're training Hollywood to keep serving us reheated leftovers with a side of CGI sauce. Jurassic World Rebirth's success guarantees more sequels with the same tired formula. Meanwhile, truly talented filmmakers struggle to get their scripts read, let alone financed, because they don't come with action figures or cereal box tie-ins. So, there you have it. Dinosaurs still rule the earth, racing films get left in the dust, and Elio is still flopping like a Pixar-themed fish out of water. The summer box office is heating up, but originality? Still buried in amber next to common sense and artistic integrity. So let me know in the comments. Will Jurassic World Rebirth claw its way to $1 billion? Or will Superman crash harder than Warner Brothers' last 5 reboots? Or maybe, just maybe, please, is it time for Hollywood to evolve? Drop your thoughts below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more box office breakdowns that hurt your soul in the best possible way. Until next time, stay nerdy, stay critical, and for the love of Spielberg, Stop giving your money to mid-tier dinosaur reboots. Critical Nerd, out.